afternoon, Doctor.
Afternoon, Doctor.
Good to see you, Doctor.
Always a pleasure, Doctor.
And how are you, Doctor?
I have been feeling very down in the dumps today, Doctor.
Excellent news. Gentlemen, thank you for attending this emergency meeting at such short notice. As you know, all arms of our organisation have been increasingly concerned at the recent massive spill. Your report, Doctor?
Oh, wait, I thought the recent BP oil disaster was working in our favour, gentlemen.
Yes, Doctor, but this is a different type of spill altogether. It seems that worldwide, unprecedented amounts of mental health and well-being are spreading uncontrollably.
I believe we have a local agent in one of the worst affected areas.
Yes, I am patching him in now.
Are you reading me, doctors?
Hello, Doctor. We are receiving you loud and clear.
Yes, well, I am coming to you live down here from ground zero. It's pretty awful, I'm afraid. People everywhere are smiling. Some are even laughing. I'm afraid it looks as though an epidemic of flourishing is in full flow.
Describe the scene for us, Doctor.
Well, the disorder is taking a rather out-of-control state, Doctor. It would seem as though many people are hugging, holding hands, reading books, playing sports, even meditating.
Stay calm, Doctor. We'll be back for an update later. Doctors, as you can see, this spill is clearly having a detrimental effect. Worst hit are the economics of our organisation. Doctor?
Doctors, this situation is grave. With such vast waves of wellness, our traditional financial base is being eroded. Shares in Pfizer, they dropped 18% since the spill. And shares in GlaxoSmithKline have plummeted 34%. And Johnson & Johnson are facing a hostile takeover by Blackmores, the manufacturer of herbal remedies. Furthermore, that's not the half of it. We thought that Bhutan's introduction of a national happiness index was some aberration by a backward mountain nation. But it seems that other, more established countries are considering adopting the same tools.
Figures suggest 6 million new happy people in Britain alone, 23 million in the wider European region, 34 million in the US, 100...
Perhaps we have been barking up the wrong tree. I have been having some very strange feelings. I think they're called doubts. I have heard that some countries have trialed the Wellness Recovery Action Plan with some success. And I was listening to a service user the other day.
You were listening to a psychiatric patient?
Yeah, and she was telling me that the peer support service has been of wonderful use to her recovery.
Oh, that is not a good sign.
It's not good at all, Doctor.
Doctor, it would appear that you have contracted a particularly pernicious form of EPD, or empathetic personality disorder. There is no known cure, so you know what we have to do.
No, not about it. No, I'm saying no. It was just a thought.
Good afternoon, Doctor, and welcome to the steering committee of the Indoctrinati.
Afternoon, Doctor. It's an honor to be here, doctors.
Doctor, could there be another explanation for this rash of well-being, Doctor?
If I may, perhaps an onslaught of black market pharmaceutical drugs has found its way into the public.
Now, Doctor, you're new here, so I'll excuse your ridiculous ignorance just this once. Every sane person knows that pharmaceuticals have absolutely no effect. Why would we want to make people well when our jobs, our homes, our BMWs, our golfing afternoons depend on their very unwellness?
Excuse my outburst, Doctor. I still pine for the days when my comrades were all equally miserable.
Well, moving on. And what about our major market, the West?
The state of America is returning to normal in recent years. As you know, they maintain an exceptionally low level of health and well-being. Poor diet, class inequity, social exclusion, all classic indicators. It got a bit hairy when they voted in a black president.
Ah, yes, that was a blow for racial disharmony, wasn't it? Have you been able to rectify the situation yet?
We're working on it. We've recently formed a partnership with Fox News Network, and levels of hope have been steadily declining since. We reckon with just a little bit of socially engineered hysteria, it'll make sure that we put the nail in the proverbial coffin.
Yes, we can, election campaign. Oh, no, you can't, Mr. Obama. And what about the UK?
Actually, our doctor in the field has that report.
Well, as you all know, last year in the UK we engineered a hung parliament. A coalition government full of half-baked conservatives. Well, that sort of uncertainty and ambiguity is exactly the sort of thing the classic British low mood of whinginess is built upon. It seems as though the outlook will be as grey as ever in the midterm. Over!
Incidentally, we did pull off the hung parliament trick in Australia recently.
Australia's a lucky country.
Precisely. And if the uncertainty doesn't have them running for the meds, then there's always the spiders, snakes, sharks, and a whole host of other vicious creatures to keep their fear levels nice and high.
And what about New Zealand? Bloody country is always full of happy people. Really pisses me off.
Well, Doctor, as you know, we try constantly to bring them down. We tried to get the government to repeal the Foreshore and Seabed Act, and then we put it about that the Māoris would prevent all Kiwis from using their beaches. We even suggested mining their precious mountains for coal and their seas for oil. And then we even gave them their own version of America's Next Top Model, just to amp up the levels of vanity and poor self-image. They just keep being damnably nice to each other.
It's that bloody like minds like mine campaign, reducing social stigma. Who ever heard of such a preposterous notion?
Levels of spirituality remain unaccountably high. The Kiwis just seem to draw spiritual nourishment directly from the land. Ridiculous.
But all is not lost, Doctor. We plan to drop the A-bomb next year.
The A-bomb?
Oh yes, Doctor. We will see to it that the All Blacks will fail to win the Rugby World Cup. Nothing is more guaranteed than to send that whole stupid sports-obsessed nation into an emotional tailspin than their team going down in flames, despite that damned haka.
Maybe see how this plan is progressing.
It's chaos, Doctor! Every attempt to plug the well-being has come to nothing. There's well-being everywhere. People are singing, I tell you!
Oh my God, it's more horrible than we imagined.
Doctors, I'm afraid we have no option left.
You don't mean...
Yes, we have to do what for years the Indoctrinati have avoided, through relentless hard work and Machiavellian maneuverings.
What the...
Yes, it is time to enact the final solution. Doctors, I give you the future of pathological warfare, the DSM 5000.
The DSM 5000 now with criticism-proof armor plating, built on the latest impenetrable psychiatric jargon, loaded with twice as many laser-guided doctor-to-patient diagnoses than any other model. 200 new syndromes we don't even have the drugs for yet. Powered by peer review, unpacking a state-of-the-art, hope-jamming recovery deterrent system. The DSM 5000 is the first choice for the power-hungry profession of today.
Doctors, I believe it's game